Hello captains, it's me, TONIK TZW, and I finished the campaign this evening and I picked up the Minegumo, so I decided to try and put a little video together that's something a little bit different and give a breakdown of the ship and comparisons, as well as my first game ever in this ship. And it does say it's a big result from a little ship. It turned into an absolute blinder. If you want to watch that, it starts at 4 minutes 30 on the video. But here we go, it is the Minegumo, and you'll see there that I'm running it as a gunboat with Kurita on it. And to compare it at tier 8, we've got the Kitakaze, and we've also got the Hayate. I've left the Yagumo out because that is a torpedo boat. But this is my captains and inspirations, and we'll go through the build here. And just to start off with, we've got the base skill of the quickening. I'm running Observant Rage to give me some reduced main battery reload. It does slow down the rudder shift a little bit, but this thing is more agile than the others. We running concealment is skill 2. We could of course choose the second option if we wanted to run full gunboat of mortar to give us some extra AP and HE damage but increase our detectability. And then moving on to the third row, we're running twist and track to give us that little bit extra turret traverse, because if you're going to be getting into a gunfight up close, you need those turrets turning. Again, if you wanted to go full gunboat, you could use reaching out to further reduce your reload and give yourself a little bit of extra range. In the fourth slot, I'm running Smoke on the Water. This has British short duration smoke screens. You know I love my British destroyers. And then in the fifth slot, or rather the legendary slot, I'm running Unstoppable because nobody likes to be stuck in a firefight with an engine that isn't working. You could run Evil Sparks if you do want to go for that absolute 100% gunboat build, which is going to give you some extra HE pen, but you're going to lose some damage. And then for concealment, I'm running Eric Bay at 16.4, and then for some extra hit points there, I'm running William Sims. All three of these commanders are at level 16 legendary 4, so I'm getting the most out of all three of these commanders. So looking here, this is the specs, and I'm going to do a bit of a comparison here. So survivability, running this build, we don't have as many hit points as the Hayate or the Kitakaze, and guns wise it's not bad, but is it the best of the bunch? We're running 3 double 127s. We've got slightly better AP damage there than the Hayate. We've got the same turret traverse. The Kitakaze is weak. It's got the smaller guns, but you do have 4 double turrets there with a faster reload, so I don't know where it comes down in DPM. Now torpedoes, this has got 2 torpedo reloads. I can't remember which of the other ones has torpedo reload, but you do have the ability to single fire. They are the weakest of the torpedoes. They're the middle one for speed, but they are the best for reload, and they're middle for range as well. Going on to AA defense, I thought we'd throw a bit of humor in here because it's already got an AA rating of 9, which is the Chukalov loves you. Hayate, you might survive 2 drops, and Kitakaze, you might survive half a game if the carrier focuses you. In regards to maneuverability, we're slowest of the 3, but we do have the smallest turning radius, and we do have the fastest rudder shift. And going for concealment, it's quite simple and straightforward in that all 3 of them with this build that I'm playing have 5.2 kilometers. But let's have a look at my first game. So this match, we're on the new map Loop. There is a single destroyer. I want to say it's a Halland. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we will run into him later. I'm in division with Pikey Monkey, who's in his Michelangelo. We've got a Conqueror behind us, and given that it is a single destroyer game, there's a high chance that he is going to spawn opposite us on B cap. Now there we go, it is a small land, not a hull land. Get my ships right here. It's obviously got fast torpedoes. I do believe it has radar as well, and that's something that I was a little bit concerned about. But I have taken this out before I've played it in standard. I've taken it out into the training rooms to give it a run around and see how the guns do. I've also given it a run around in AI mode as well, just a couple of games to get a feel for the ship, and that is something that I strongly recommend you do whenever you get a new ship. Training rooms are there, you can set them up, you can play to your heart's content. There's a first set of torpedoes, there's nobody on the cap, and I'm going to push right in to this island in front of me. I'm very wary of what's around me. I would potentially try and get on a flank and torpedo behind this rock. It's risky business sailing straight into the middle of the map early in the game, but we are going to get turned in, and I'm going to be pinging the map and just letting Pikey know where my closest target is, just so he can get his guns on, because obviously the Michelangelo has those funny turrets in the middle of it. But it looks like it is pushing over towards A cap. A cap has turned. We have 3 ships there parked behind one rock, and I'm wondering what the hell is going on. I want to get some shots on that Napoli, but I don't want to get this cap reset. The team look like they're taking care of him. We put our torpedoes on. There's some more torpedoes coming through. Long range, very fast. We know where those have come from. And I initially turn around and say to Pike here that we should potentially push Charlie Cap and away from Red Team's destroyer and see what we can do across on Charlie, and then come back for defending Bravo. We haven't done any damage yet, and this is, I think the ladies like to say that it's a grower, not a shower. Although the finale of this match is going to be absolutely edge of your seat, gripping the cushions and screaming at the TV, go on, go on, go on, go on. Trust me, you're going to stick around and want to watch this. Now, we did see that Schroeder heading in this direction, so we're going to put a couple of torpedoes across the corner there, but he's got a bit more speed than we thought. I thought he might come in tight round that corner, but he is pushing down fast. We hit our torpedo reload, and you know I like my British destroyers, and single fire on the torps is absolutely beautiful. But we are going to put a set out there. No, we're not. We're going to hold them. And we're going to pull back off this cap. We lose 2 ships. It looks like those were lost from across on Charlie. Red Team have lost 1. And we are still in the middle of the map. The Conqueror is going to do us a mighty solid in a little while, as those torpedoes are running across to the Schroeder. I'm just trying to maintain some distance from his secondary guns, because the Schroeder can run with very long range secondaries. He takes 2 torpedoes, he takes a flood, and here, look, he's coming towards us. You'll notice that I use my torpedo indicator a lot when a target is spotted, because it gives me an indication as to whether or not they're coming towards me, going away from me, and how fast they are closing. But here we go, we get an opportunity to turn on our guns. We're gonna absolutely rail on this guy and try and get another fire. There we go, he is going to damage control that one. We're going to keep wailing on him, try and get him before he disappears behind the island. There's another fire. That is what I like to call a tick and stick, and that is my first kill of the game. 44,000 damage. We're off the board with kill number 1. We've got a cap. Now we need to kill some ships. Well, first we need to spot some ships, because we've just lost another one, and most of red team are unsighted, and I was saying to Pikey, is it me, or does this map feel a lot bigger than other maps in the game? I do hate it when you get one of those really small maps where there's no room for manoeuvring, especially at high tier. But we've got a Michelangelo pushing in here. We know he's got big secondaries. I can see that the Preußen is burning and going away, and we do get spotted. There we go. It is the Smalland. We're going to go guns on him, and as I said, the Conqueror behind us is going to do us an absolute solid here. We are going to pop our smoke in a second. Yep, just to cover us. Yep, I thought I was going to need my smoke a little bit earlier. I thought that one of those ships across there might spot me. And we're staying straight because I was thinking torpedoes might be coming. But it doesn't look like they are. So perhaps we bumped him before he managed to get his torpedoes off. That smokescreen is a Michelangelo. Red team have no destroyer. We have 2 caps. We are 3 ships down each. But the match is still very close, and there's going to be an absolute clattering of ships, and there's going to be a good trade of ship for ship for ship for ship in these next few minutes. Michelangelo comes round the corner. I think it's our... It's a German battleship across there. I can't remember what it is. It's a Pommern. I think it is. He's come out round the corner. He's put torpedoes on the Delaware. There's torpedoes gone from the Pommern. But he is going to manage to get torpedoes off, I think, onto that Hindenburg as well. Or it's his secondaries, one of the two. But there's a trade for a ship. The Pommern goes down. And now we're left with this Preußen coming in this direction. So we're going to put some torpedoes across there. We're trying to stay away from Charlie Cap because red team, if they want that one, they've got to push in. They've got to sit in that cap for a minute to take it. Maybe it's a little bit less if more than one ship's pushes into it, but we've still got somebody across there defending, so we're going to get onto this cap because it means red team will stop earning points from it. So like I said, this is my very first game in this ship, and I will prove that at the end. And it is a stonker, but it's given you an indication as to how I found playing this ship, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas about a build and a setup for yourself. But there we go, torpedo indicator again. He's sailing away from us. 7.3. He's turning back now, so we're going to see if we can get a fire on this guy. This is the arc. The arc of these torpedoes, if you fire a salvo, is absolutely massive. You could literally fire from the middle of the map, aim it at the side of the map. You would hit the top corner, the bottom corner, and 2 torpedoes in the middle somewhere, because it is absolutely ridiculous. I would strongly suggest that unless you're up close and personal to something, or ambushing something that's running you down, or hiding in a smoke screen, that you go single fire on these guys. It's a little bit like the pirate event ship. I think it was the Caprice. The triple torpedo spread on that is absolutely awful at range. It's even worse on this. You can literally sail a battleship through it, and with him pushing us, we've got around 15 seconds between smoke screens. Obviously, if this was a British destroyer and you were running Smogathon, you'd be able to overlap those smoke screens, but I don't want to be too close to this guy. We're looking at what he's doing. He's damage controlled his fires. We're going to pop a smoke again, and because he is broadside, I decided to give my armor piercing a go and go for his superstructure and just see what kind of numbers we can get off him here. We're backing up as we go. The torpedoes are running, single fire and a widespread. He's going to miss one lot, but trust me, I'm going to keep shooting at this guy and hope that he takes a torpedo, and that is kill number 3. and there are 3 ships remaining on each team. You can see that red team have pushed Charlie Cap. They've taken it. They've dispatched our last ship. But we have about a 200-point lead here. And I tell Pikey, right, what we're going to have to do from here is try and defend B Cap. I think we have it on time and points. But if we can dispatch another ship, and my worry here is that there is still a Des Moines out here. He is obviously a huge risk to me with his radar. But I'm calling out the location of red team's ship, and I did think that there was somebody hiding behind that island there that I'm looking at. But then my perceptive indicator or twist and track, I can't remember which one I've got selected, that moves towards the center of the map. So I'm putting my guns in that direction, and we're going to move in that direction because now we need to defend Bravo Cap. We're up to 240 point advantage now. There isn't that long left on the game really, but there is the first ship spotted. It's pretty much a full health Preußen. Yeah, I forgot to mention at the start that we're up-tiered in this one, and I think that makes this performance just all the better. Now, there is a Njord on that team, so somebody either picked up the Minegumo and spent a crap ton of doubloons on picking up the Njord as well, or they decided to opt for the battleship. Now, because I also have my free-to-play account, and because I like to know how ships play and what they're capable of, I decided to pick up the Njord on my free-to-play account so that I could check it out. And what I will say is that the torpedoes on this battleship are absolutely nasty. They are literally the torpedoes from the destroyer, but thrown on the side of the battleship. Now, I'm looking here to see if I can get shots onto this Preußen. The cruiser is out there. The Des Moines is near Pikey. The Takahashi, which has been sat either behind a rock or running to the back of the map for the entire game, has now decided he wants to come in and have a bit of a crack at these guys, because he's obviously realised that he hasn't done too much in the game so far. He's done more than some, he's done more than most, dare I say, but it still doesn't seem like he's done a lot. So it was this point that I said to Pikey, if I can get these 2 guys down, I'm on for a Kraken. Now, perhaps I should have waited a little bit longer to get my torpedoes off. But here we go. My smoke screen is running down. That Njord is turned broadside. I'm on sonar. It's time to put the pedal to the metal. We're almost on 140,000 damage. We take a slamming. We're going to keep focusing on this Njord. 2 turrets only, moving away. There's his torpedoes going past us. I'm not a dope in a smoke. I'm getting the hell out of dodge here, because while you're focused on me, my team are focused on you. Now, I wish I had hit my damage control on this turret, because that is kill number 4. The Preußen is low health. We've got a smoke screen. We can pop it here. We should have damage controlled this turret, because we need all the firepower we can get to potentially pick up a Kraken. The turrets are coming round. We're using the smoke screen. The guy is burning. He's taking hit after hit after hit. But you know what? The Takahashi gets the kill and denies us a Kraken in the closing seconds, the closing milliseconds of the game. But we finish on 143,806. That's 500,000 credits at tier 8 without a booster. Proof is in the pudding. 3,417 base XP on that one. A very solid 3rd place there for Pikey Monkey as well. He obviously killed the Des Moines and got his 1 kill, and our Takahashi down there in the middle of the board with his single kill. But there you go, 100% win rate, game 1. I'll take it and I'll leave it there. So if you have enjoyed this little breakdown on the Minegumo and you've enjoyed watching that video, please do consider supporting the channel by leaving, or you can tip on a super thanks. You can become a channel member for as little as 99p a month, or if you want to make a direct donation, there is a link to my PayPal in the channel description. And while you're here, please do smash the like button, leave me a comment, hit that subscribe button, and as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.